wasn't anticipating to film, but I'm just gonna, share like a type of writing session. It's been a few days. I really don't want to get out of the groove. It is currently 7:27 a.m. Just trying to set myself up. It's like always up, but then like my computer's always like needing to refresh the browser and everything, since I personally use Google Docs. Sorry, I'm like all forehead, but I had to get my bangs out of my face. I'm actually going to. One thing I noticed that really distracts me is all of the like spelling and grammar highlights for like spell check. I also have Grammarly like what is this called? Like running on the browser too, that I mute for my session when I write. I'm terrible at spelling. I'm terrible at spelling, like pretty badly so sometimes, and as well as grammar. I'll forget about it. And like I love to read. I read a lot, and all that stuff. But yeah, so I've noticed in getting back into my writing. And that is a huge distraction for me, seeing like the multitude and kind of like, okay, what, like my eyes wandering of, okay, what did I get wrong there? And I start tweaking it, and then I start changing it. And then one thing I know I like struggle with as well is writing past and present tense, like doing it correctly. But I really don't want to, unless it's something like significant, like I don't know, I had a brain zap or something. But that I totally like, okay, that makes absolutely no sense. But I've shut all that off. The other thing that I've mentioned a couple times in my writing session, I really enjoy keeping track of my word count, and it's not for like, oh my god, yeah, I need to write like 5,000 words. It's just kind of, I try to keep track of like where I started, and after X amount of time, or maybe when my son finally wakes up, or when I'm like, okay, I feel like this is a good stopping point, I see what I've achieved. So I really do enjoy that. So yeah, so let's write. As you saw in like the previous clip that I put at the beginning, I'm having Earl Grey honey black tea. I'm using the heating mug that the hubby got me for my birthday, and it is a game changer. Seriously, it's actually pretty good. It has a very mild honey flavor, not too overpowering, because I do like honey, but if something's like very like strong honey flavor, I don't really care for that. So I would probably give it a 7 out of 10. Okay, so since it's been a few days since I wrote, I'm kind of just reading where I left off. I still remember, like, I'm not completely, like, my other stories, like, over my head. I don't know what I've written, but so yeah, I'm caught up. What I'm gonna do if I go like another like long period like I have, it's been, I don't know, I'm sure I could check the last time this was touched. Maybe not necessarily because it's always up and it's a Google Doc, I don't know. But I'm just gonna read the last page, and then that I wrote, even if it's not like the beginning of the chapter or anything. So I'm gonna read that and see what I write. So if you're writing anything, journaling, writing your own story, doing your to-do list for the day, come join me. I have caffeine to fuel my morning. I might have or might not have had 2 slices of banana bread already to kind of, fill my empty stomach. That's really good. And it's gonna stay warm while I write, and it's not gonna cool down super fast, which is really good. Okay, so I'm gonna end it. I did just roughly about 500 words because there's other things I want to do before the little wakes up. But yeah, so I feel like I ended the chapter, so I'm on to chapter 11. I'm at 25,479 words. So we're moving along. Like the first 10 chapters, a lot is happening for sure. A lot of key pieces, so to speak, revelations or realizations of things. So I'm going to get more into. So I have already introduced my mailman character. But it's been like little bits and pieces here because of what he is and how she finds him. So we are going to, for the next few chapters, really delve into like them speaking and kind of like this weird connection growing, and she's just like confused because of things. So yeah, and also I'm going to be introducing the other races and countries and cultures type of thing that I plan to do. Like I was speaking in one of my most recent writing session. I wasn't writing; I was just running my mouth. Of like the world building. I really need to start like adding a lot of layers. There's going to be a lot of politics, which will be interesting to tackle since I've only just started reading like political heavy fantasy and stuff like that, where it's like a really big key point in the story. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not one to do a lot of research with my stories, depending on what I'm writing. If like I have like a mafia story where I was looking up mafia positions or whatever, something like that. Or if I try to incorporate a lot of my culture into the story, so like researching that. The biggest thing that I look up on that I care about, kind of like to add to, I guess you could call it lore or just like background or just significant points, is names for my character that they fit, like, maybe how they look or something like that. For example, like I told you, I'm playing a big theme of the storyline. Like I'm like all forehead right here is hot and cold. So my main female character, besides that her race is like very like they lose coloring, like their white hair, super alabaster skin, almost like crystal clear blue eyes, and like white, like they kind of just like lose pigment when they come into their what did I call it? They're coming. And so like her name means snow. And then my mailman character, he's hot in many ways. His name derives from like something very warm and like heat driven. So yeah, so I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna do my best to just, even if it's like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, or if I get on a roll, as much as I can, because I really do want to kind of just like push through and just finish something, and then maybe like let it sit for a little while, and then kind of like at some point in the new year get into the editing phase if I finish by then. I know life can life, so we'll see. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. I hope you are reading something amazing. I hope you're making something beautiful, finishing up your last minute Christmas gifts. I have a lot to do today because tomorrow's Christmas Eve, we're busy, then Christmas Day, we're busy, and then just like that, Christmas is over, Christmas season's done. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.